What's good, everybody? Back with an update. I found myself recording way too long of an explanation as to why this campaign of 120 Days of Contrast is taking a dramatic direction turn. And then I said, you know what? Fuck that. No one gives a shit about all the logistics and everything that goes into this shit. The main thing is, I'm going to keep things rolling. Only it's not going to be confined to just the contrast section of music, which has been the last 5.5 years of my music creation, along with the one and only, formerly known as the one and only Ouija, now known as the one and only T Mars, as he's taken on the role of Christian music. I'll say Christian music, not just Christian rap. It's badass music. You know, much love to my dude for finding his path and doing what he's doing. Myself, I realized that, well, I don't have to stay confined to just the contrast section, because in my opinion, I have a whole arsenal of solo shit that I don't believe ever got its due. And I'm talking about, let's date back to D-A-DUBB, Dub Soul, Keep It Moving, Too Much to Handle, Longevity, Tinnitus. Meaning, I'm not going to keep it on a day-to-day, for my everyday life, day-to-day stuff, and just trying to get all this stuff uploaded in the midst of killing my bandwidth. That's no bullshit. All this uploading, downloading runs terror on my bandwidth, and it's only on TikTok and YouTube, and we'll see if I can get this Instagram thing rolling. It seems to have picked up with the connection with my Facebook page, but fuck Facebook, okay? Fuck Facebook. Messenger either, not no longer. Anything with that blue fucking F, Meta, whatever, fuck off. Now, all my music, dating back to 1998, everything with TikTok, now with all my music available for commercial use, that means anyone can use my sounds, but now that allows me to release anything I want with the monetization factor in play. There's a lot of dope music in my library. You're just gonna see me lighting fires all the fucking time. The 120 Days of Contrast is still being thrown in to this whole mix. You're just gonna see me dropping shit in front of you, just bam, bam, over and over and over and over. But let's get to some music, right?